The Weekend Breakfast Show, 7am till 10am, Saturday and Sunday, with DJ Foz on Dorset's Riviera Radio.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it's live.
This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome along. It's Tuesday. It's the Foxes Forum. You haven't tuned into the wrong show. Kate hasn't grown a beard. She's off doing something else this afternoon. Well, I say she hasn't grown a beard. Let's not be sexist about this sort of thing. We've got Reese coming live from the laundrette in Albert Square. Thankfully, this week we meant to move all his washing. And Clibo that's coming live from his bed. What I don't know is what's going on in the lower half of that picture. You know,
I'm naked.
Well, that's the scary thing. We'll try and get through this with a bit of decorum, which will be a first. Reese, you were saying before you're still annoyed.
Yeah, I think it was a game that we should have won. To be honest, I thought they were absolutely awful. One of the worst teams I've ever seen us play, and we didn't take advantage of it. I thought we had a better team on. We were the better team on the day. So, and there's no reason why we shouldn't have won that game, especially with the absolute sitters that we missed. So, yeah, I am still pissed off.
And how are you? I mean, Clibo, you obviously didn't run anybody over in Nottingham because you was only on the bench. But you know, I mean, I still come on, for fuck's sake. On the review show last night, and I have got a rant, and I've got a rant button ready to go in case I want to, set off again, but I'll try and fight it. Surely, and I don't want to call you Shirley, so I apologise, but surely we can. We've got somebody in the fucking squad that can hit the target. What does it take any manager to realise Daka and Ayew ain't going to score?
Well, I just found it a bit pathetic bringing Ayew on. I mean, he had one touch. What was the point? This is one of the things that baffles me about Rowett. The substitutions thing baffles me a little bit sometimes with him, but particularly with Ayew. I mean, that must be just the appearance fee thing. Just get him on for a minute, because there is no logic to that. There is no logic. I mean, I don't know any City fans that. Well, I don't know any City fans that like him, to be honest with you, and I don't know any City fans that get what he actually does or why he comes on, because it's all right replacing Daka because he's had a stinker, but what are you replacing him with? You're replacing him with less of a threat. It makes a zero.
You on top, and you could probably go for the win. I mean, Reece, I've got to say, I am coming round to your sort of thinking. You know, like Clebo just said, he was brought on because it's in his contract.
Yeah, I've said it for a while. To be honest with you, Chris, I mean, Uncle Clive, I've said it for a while as well. Because there's no way on earth, and I'm just going to rinse and repeat here. There's no way 4 managers can look at this guy, and 4 half okayish managers can look at him and go, "Yeah, he'll do for me." There's no way on this earth that these managers look at him and go, "Yeah, Jordan knows what I need." I just can't see it. I can't see it. And especially with all the shit he's getting from the fans, if that was any other player that was getting shit from the fans, they won't touch him because they need to take him out of the fire line and whatnot. But the fact that we keep booing him, we keep giving him shit, and they're still picking him.
Do you think that though, Clibbo? I mean, Cifuentes said, and Cifuentes, fucking hell. What's he called, our manager? Rowett. Rowett said, I can't keep up with them. Rowett said he's not going to be dictated to by the fans. And I wonder whether he put him on almost as a show of defiance to the fans.
I think it's just the party line, Chris, to be honest with you. I mean, to defend and detract from what the situation is, that's what you would say, isn't it?
Yeah, it would. And I just think, I mean, look, let me just bring that message up here, Reese, from Noel. Get behind your team, stop moaning. Get behind your team when they give us something to get behind.
Rage bait, that is. That's not a real problem.
Yeah, I mean, the guy is probably, don't know where his hands are. They're probably under the table at the moment as we read his message out. But, I mean, you're going to support anything. Look, if a band comes on, if you saved up to go and see, I saved up. I went to see Madonna at Roundhay Park in Leeds, right? At the time, it was her sort of modern girl sort of. She was at her peak. She came on an hour late. She only flew over in a helicopter when she was due to come on stage. That's how late she was. And then she even kept us waiting even longer. When she walked on, everybody booed. Nobody cheered. It was fucking pissing down with rain. The last, as much as you love anybody or like anybody or whatever, you pay your money to go and watch these people. If they were putting an effort in, you'd get behind them. But this lot aren't putting an effort in, are they?
I'd say they're putting in more effort since Rowett's come in, but only by margins. That's what I will say. I think they've got to now, only because they've got to, not because they want to, because they've got to try and keep the club up. But I get where Noel's coming from. I get where fans are coming from and saying stop moaning and get behind your team. But look at the flip side of that. We need something to get behind. We need players that are going to keep creating chances, keep getting the fans off their feet, putting a slide tackle in, get the fans off their seat. Just give us something to get behind. And, we're not seeing that at the moment. We've seen it more under Rowett, but not by much, I would say.
No. I mean, maybe Noel's just one of those that, he's a sheep. He follows everybody around, whatever they say,
Look,
and
it's an opinion.
It's an opinion, but I think it's a stupid one to put out there. I think you're allowed to moan and you're allowed to have a complaint because we're paying good money to go and see them. I'm not saying he shouldn't have an opinion. He's put that opinion up there, and therefore he's put that out there to be talked about. And he can't moan if we don't agree. Well, I don't agree with him, But look, Clibbo, on the bench, we have Richards, right? Now, there's a lot of rumours going on that he's come in and Chelsea want to play him as a winger. And, Andy King, when he came in, saw him as a replacement or a cover for Fatawu. On the Leicester City website, Dejan Richard is down as a forward. So the club think he's a forward. Chelsea, on their website, have got him down as a forward. Now, this is the guy, by the end of the 23-24 campaign, that was before his injuries, he had found the target 7 times in 8 starts and 5 sub-appearances. Daka and fucking AU haven't found the target between them 7 times in a whole fucking season.
Yeah, I find that a really strange one. I did know about that actually, but the issue for me, again, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracist. No, I don't care if I do, to be honest with you, but there must be something in these players' contracts. There must be, because I mean, let's be honest. He's not really lit the stadium up on the wing, but that's probably because he's not a winger. Now, I don't know whether we brought him in as a backup winger or whether we brought him in as a forward, because nobody really is saying anything. But for me, you've got to try him as a forward, because one, none of the forwards are scoring.
Yeah.
2, he's named as a forward by both clubs, and I don't believe Chelsea would loan us some crap, because they loan them out to get them developed.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
I would say that Chelsea probably are a bit pissed off with us, to be honest with you.
2 clubs saying he's a forward. We need a striker. We have him sitting on the bench. We've got strikers in the under-21s as well. And look, when he scores like that, you just got to look at it and go, what the fuck is he doing on the bench? Because those 2 muppets that are up front, can't score. I mean, thankfully, both of them are off at the end of the season. So thank you, God. There is a God up there, but we could be sort of, where we'll be by that time, God only knows. But let's get back onto tonight's subject then, which is 7 games to go. Can you believe that? It is going to be the proverbial duck's arse, isn't it? It's going to be so tight down the bottom. I know Clibbo's got a tight bottom, but that's another story. But let's have I know, you don't want to think about that, do you, really? By the way, if anybody is wondering, Clibbo is actually coming to us live from a building in Antarctica. I mean, he's still up there like Captain Scott. If he nips out in a minute. So what we're going to do is look at our survival chances. Do we think we can stay up, or do we think we're going to get relegated? Now, I was halfway through doing one of these shows with Tom. Unfortunately, Tom has contracted COVID, the joy of working in a pub, and he won't be with us now for a few weeks. So I thought there would be a great chance to do it. We might actually see Reece and Clibbo disagreeing with each other. Who knows? They keep promising me that they disagree, but they're sat on here, and I think it's for the cameras. I think they're putting on this front for the cameras. But hi, Scott, and hi, Richard. How are you doing? Right, so first of all, before we get into this, in one word, do you think we will survive? Yes or no? Reece?
No.
No. So Reece is a no. Clibbo, I think we've spoken about this recently, but are you a yes or no?
No.
You're a no. And I think I agreed with you. I think you said when we did it, this is like a Brexit vote for you.
Yeah, and that was before the Watford game. So I'm now 40-60.
Really? Well, I'm very much like that, edging on the thing that we will go down. And I don't think we'll come straight back up either, to be honest with you. It was funny at the start of the season. Do you remember all those fans were going, yeah, we're going to piss this league. We'll go straight back up. Not a problem. I remember saying, we could do a Luton here. We could. And I think even without the 6 points deduction, I think we would still be in a fight. But there we go. Let's get on with this then. So 7 games to go. We've got 2 games over the Easter period. The good news is that obviously during the Easter period, Jesus made his second coming. So hopefully Leicester can do the same and we can come back from the dead as well. If anybody is religious and has been upset by that, I don't give a fuck. So, but it is... It's sort of it's my annual joke around this time of the year if we're not doing very well. So hopefully we can come back, make a second coming, come back from the dead, whichever way we look at it. Right, this is how it stands at the moment. Sheffield Wednesday, we know, are dead and buried, so wouldn't bother looking at them. You've got Oxford, who had started to play well, but had fallen off a little bit. There's, Leicester City, who are the proverbial bride's knickers. We're up and down that often. You don't know where they're going to be. Portsmouth have really, really fallen off the perch. They've got a game in hand. Unfortunately, that game in hand is against Ipswich. Well, not unfortunately for them, but fortunate for the rest of us. West Brom are hitting form just at the right time. Blackburn are a bit like us. Like I said the other day, I watched them against Oxford and they were absolutely awful. And then they went out and got a win. Charlton, now I've included them because they are kind of still in the fight. They can be dragged in, and they've had, again, results are not on a particularly good run. So we're going to start with Charlton, and here are their next 6 games and where they are. So they're currently in 18th place on 48 points. Reese, Bristol, the first game at home. Do you think they're going to win that one?
Yeah, I think they'll win that quite comfortably, actually.
Right, I've just realised I'm going to move you over because I've gone in the wrong order here, and it's different on my bit of paper, so I've got to, go there. Do you think that they will win that?
Yep.
Which I think it'd be easy to add 3 points on. Clibbo?
I can see that being a draw.
I must admit, I agree with you, Clibbo. I think it will be a draw as well. Clibbo, let's stick with you and we'll do it in the right order this time. Watford away.
Watford win.
Oof. So you did say a Charlton win for the first game, didn't you?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Watford, do you think Watford can do it away at Watford? I mean, they were awful the other day, weren't they?
Draw.
A draw? I don't think they've got a bad run in, to be honest with you, at this point. I'm going to go for a draw as well. Now then, Preston away. And Preston are let's have a look where they are in the form. Now, based on the last 10 games, Preston are in 20th position. They are in free fall at the moment. So, Clibbo, where do you think that one's going to go?
I think that's a Charlton win.
Right. Okay. Reese?
I agree. Charlton win.
I'm actually going the other way. I'm going to go for a Preston win because Preston, they are such an up and down team. They always do it. They have a great start. They're up there, then they fall away. And I know they've fallen away now, but they in the last 10 games they've only lost 5, and they've won and drawn the other 5. So I am going to go for a Preston win there. Now, look, everybody's sucker team here, but normally you say, Clibbo, when a team is relegated, you'd look at it and go, yeah, once they're relegated, they. See, Scott agrees with me. Well, I've always said that Scott knows what he's talking about. when a team is relegated and the pressure is off them, don't you dare go back.
You silly sausage. You silly Scott. Silly.
So forget he said that. He's still agreeing with me. Pretend you didn't read that bit. Once a team is finally relegated and the pressure's off, they suddenly start playing, don't they? Unfortunately, that hasn't happened with Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, they were in trouble. We know they've been in trouble before, but since the guy that left them in the January transfer window, the captain, Brannan, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, that he was the one that was basically keeping them going. Surely this has got to be, and I don't like to call you Shirley, as I say, but surely this has got to be a win for Charlton.
I would find it hard to argue against that, if I'm honest with you. You know,
Yeah.
you could say that at some point Sheffield will just sort of relax but to be honest with you, the season they've had, it's very difficult for them. You know, it's very demoralising what's happened to them. It's kind of unprecedented, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
you know, it'd be very difficult to turn up to work with that level of crap that gets heaped on you.
Yeah. Reece, they've got 1 point out of a possible 30.
Yeah, it's a horrible situation for them. There, and to be fair, when we played them first game of the season, I thought for a team that's not spent any money, that are under a lot of financial crisis, they gave us a good run for our money, and I thought they played some really nice stuff. They'll be back. I even think with a minus point deduction, I think they can still get in the playoffs because they are a big club and they still attract, you know, some half decent players with the size of their club. So, you know, they'll be back. I like Sheffield Wednesday. They're a good club. And
Yeah, I like them.
They'll be back.
Yeah. But I take it you're going for a Charlton win on this one.
I am, and I think that will be the game that secures them their championship safety.
Yeah, because you will have them at 56 points after that win.
Yeah.
If they have. I'm going with you both. I can't see any other way. And sorry, I don't know why. I've just had this thought with Slibbo laid there in bed. Any minute he's going to start going. Train station.
I know. I got the reference.
I don't know why that just came into my head. I'd love your phone to go now. I would so love it.
That would be funny. Dear me.
Sorry, I'm gone.
Come on, you pair of just get on with it. Oh, mighty.
Oh my god, you're too young to know base station.
I know Babe Station.
Of course it is.
Who doesn't know Babe Station? Come on, Chris.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just going off what I've heard.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Well, let's get Clippo to guess the next one before his phone rings again. Ipswich at home, Clippo.
I can only see an Ipswich win there. Yeah. I think they'll put their foot on the throttle these next few games. I'm glad we're not having to play them.
Yes, totally. I mean, our actual performances against Ipswich haven't been that bad this season. Was it 2 draws? I think.
Yeah.
No, we beat them 3-1 at home.
Yeah, beat them 3-1, didn't we? Yeah,
we did with the Fatawu world.
Yeah,
of course. Reece. This is
comfortable Ipswich win for me.
Yeah. And I've got to say the same. Right. Okay. Hull, Clibbo.
Again, I think Hull will be at this point trying to secure the playoff, and I see a narrow Hull win.
Okay, Reece?
Yeah, narrow Hull City 1-0 win, something like that.
Yeah. And me, isn't it? I've got to say I see a Hull City win as well. And then the final game that they are playing is going to be Swansea away.
Yeah, I think this says 1-1 all over it. You know, I think Charlton will be secure. You know, Swans will be all right, and I think it's everyone's got Barbados and Dubai in their mind at this point.
Yeah,
or Skeggy if you're in the Championship.
Well, Skeggy's the Championship. What's League One going to be then?
Leeds. To Leeds.
So, sorry, what did you go for with that one? Sorry.
I think that'll be a boring 1-1 draw.
Yeah. I've just found this for you. I don't know if this is going to work. No, there used to be some music on here that was very sort of Babe Station sounding, and I thought I'd uploaded it. Reese, Swansea on the last day.
I don't think it'll be a boring 1-1 draw. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think there'll be a couple few goals in that. They both can score goals, but they both concede a lot. So 2-2 draw.
So a draw. And I'm going to agree with you. I think that'll just be neither of them will have. I think Charlton will be safe by then, and I don't think they're going to have anything to to play for. If I'm honest with you.
Hello.
Okay, now. Are we talking about football? Or are we talking about Babe Station?
Well, at least with one of them, we can, you score. But sorry about that.
It is like Babe Station. Oh, that takes me back to the early 90s.
Yeah, it used to be at the end of the Freeview, didn't it? You'd have five minutes.
Yeah.
So you'd have to set your VCR just to record 5 minutes and put them all together to get an hour show. Oh dear! Should we get back to the football, gents?
Yes, please.
For anybody that's just tuned in, welcome along. Blackburn Rovers. Wow. So can I just say sorry there? Clibbo, you had Charlton on 56. Reese, you had them on 57, and I had them on 54. And I think all of those will make them safe. Which I like Charlton. I've got to say they are one of my sort of don't mind teams, if you like. Blackburn Rovers. I'd like to say that I don't mind these. I actually worked for them for 6 months, but it wasn't the best employment I ever had. They have obviously got the manager who's going to be away for 2 weeks, interestingly now, because he's got a couple of games to sort out to try and get qualified for, or is it just one game, qualified for the World Cup for Northern Ireland. So he's off concentrating on that, which means, I've just seen that, which means, he can't concentrate on Blackburn Rovers. But here we go again. We're going to do the same again. First one, Good Friday, is Birmingham away. Clivo.
Well, I mean, I'd like to think Birmingham have got too much, but again, they've not done what I thought they might do this season, and I'm going to go for a draw. I think Blackburn will get a draw out of that.
Okay, so that's some 44. Reese.
No, I actually think it'll be a comfortable Birmingham win.
Cool. All right.
I hope it is.
Well, yeah, it would be nice. I mean, Birmingham are in 12th in the form table. Blackburn Rovers are actually, based on the last 10 games, they're in 12th. 11th Blackburn Rovers. Birmingham in 12th, Blackburn Rovers in 11th. They've won 4 of their last 10. But I must admit, I think it will be a draw as well. I hope they don't win. Now, this is going to be a really, really interesting game. Blackburn Rovers versus West Bromwich Albion, and it's at Ewood Park. I suppose from a Leicester's point of view, Clibo, we would hope for a draw, wouldn't we?
Yeah, which is, still gaining a point on us if we don't win. I actually think Blackburn will lose this. And I spoke to Reese about West Brom a few times, and we both agree that they were the surprise package at the bottom because they've actually got a half for this league. They've got a half decent team, and it needed someone to come in and just oil the gears. And I think you've seen that happen. And I think they're a pretty good team. I'm not being funny, but I think they would quite easily beat us at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to go West Brom win, but it's hard to predict, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Well, they all are, which is why we've got you guys in. Reese,
a comfortable 3-1 West Brom win.
Yeah. I must admit, it hurts me to say this because if I was going with my heart, I'd want to draw just to keep West Bromwich Albion in it. But yeah, I've got to say I see a win for West Brom as well.
I'm just
And we'll
going to
have
say
to.
this now. I'm going to say this now. I don't view West Brom as a relegation candidate. Not with the form that they've been in. I think they'll keep pushing for results. I think they'll be nowhere near it come the end of the season.
Well,
I
they're
agree.
18th. They're 18th in the form table. And if we look at the just going along the bottom, I did this before we just came live, and like we always say, well, we have to say, if you are struggling for money, betting is not the answer. But if you do bet when fun stops, stop. But Oxford are 4-11 to go down, Portsmouth 4-5, Leicester 11-8, Blackburn 15-8, West Brom 6-1, and Charlton 40-1. So after Charlton are the teams that we're looking at there, and those are the ones that were listed by Sky as well. They are like second favourites to stay up, if you like. So I think they will. I mean, I wondered when they kept hold of their manager whether that would be a good move for them, and it looks like it's paying off. It
Yeah,
does.
very much so.
We'll have to remember those when we come to West Brom because they'll be coming up obviously at the same time. A team that, well, Mark Robbins when he took over had them flying, and there's sort of they're not anymore. The wings have been clipped, as they say, and Stoke are currently in 19th in the form table. Only won 2 in the last 10, Clibbo. A match average of 0.9 points a game. They're really slipping away, and let's be honest with you, their season's over already, isn't it, really?
It is. I think they've suffered from. I mean, I'm not saying it's an excuse. Every team has it, but I think they've had quite extensive injuries, haven't they?
Yeah.
For a period of time. Yeah, I think Blackburn win this one. I think they get a narrow. I think it'd be like a 1-0 or, to be honest with you, yeah, I can see a 1-0, Blackburn.
Reese?
I'm going to go with former Leicester City striker Mark Robbins gets us a 2-1 win.
Oh, so this is my that's my babe station going off there. I do apologise. I've told Top not to ring me when he knows I'm live on the show.
Yeah.
Sorry, Reese. Do carry on, mate.
No, I'm going for a Mark Robbins keeps Leicester's hopes alive, and Stoke win.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm going to go with you, Reese. I think you're right.
I hope you're right.
So do I.
Yeah.
Just wait until we get to our predictions.
Yeah, well, exactly. Stoke Blackburn draw. I nearly went with that, to be honest with you, but in the end, no. No, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go for the draw, which is what my first instinct told me. You swayed me there, Reese.
You bottle job.
I've been called worse. Coventry at home. I mean, surely you would think that Coventry. Look, I don't know whether they'll be promoted by then. They could be, but even if they're promoted, even if they won the title, they're going to want to go out on a high, aren't they? They're not going to sort of take the foot off the pedal.
Well, yeah. I mean, it happened to us, didn't it? In our promotion season, didn't we? We were out on the lash, weren't we? We got thumped. Who was it who thumped us?
Brighton beat us.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
Joe scored.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, yeah. I can't see at that stage. It's not the last game, so I can see a comfortable win for Coventry there. I think they've got way too much.
Yeah. Can you see Rovers getting anything here, Reese?
I can, yeah. I think Cov will be promoted by them, and they'll be completely in party mode with not being in the Premier League for so long. And I think Blackburn get a draw.
Oh, Okay. Well,
I'm just being honest. This
no,
is my.
no, this is this is the idea.
I'm
Like we said earlier, it's all about opinions, and this is why I'm glad. If you two were agreeing on everything, it would be a very, very boring show. So no, we want your opinions, even though they're wrong. But
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I've got Coventry getting this as well.
Yeah.
I think they want to go up in style, and Prashant and Scott both agreed with us. Blackburn, Sheffield United. I mean, Sheffield United, they're safe. They got 50 points already, and they're not going to be dragged into it. Just shows what happens when you appoint Chris Wilder as your coach, doesn't it? But they're in 17th. Blackburn are in 19th.
Yeah, I think this is where it gets. I think the last 3 games for every one of these teams is where it needs to be pushed, and I think at this stage, I'm going to predict Blackburn Rovers' final win of the season.
Oh, okay. Putting them on 50 points. Reese.
With Chris Wilder being in charge, he won't care where they are in the league. He'll want to keep pushing these as finish as high as they can.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to go for a Sheffield United 1-0 win.
I can see where you're coming from, and the 2 guys in the chat are gone for the draws, Scott and Prashant. Yeah, it's Chris Wilder, isn't it? And let's not forget that every place you go up the league, you get more money. So yes, those teams are safe. Whether they decide to maybe say, well, we're safe now, let's put the youngsters out, let's see what they've got, that sort of thing. But I can't see chairmen and owners these days being happy if you're not going to try and get as high as you can and get more money in. But I'm going to agree with you, Reese. I think it is going to be a Sheffield United. Very tight, but I think it is going to be a win.
I'm just going to say this quickly, right, just before we move on. I think Chris Wilder would have us in the playoffs if we'd have had him at the start of the season.
Again, you've led me into one of those moments where I hate to say it, but I'm going to anyway. I told you so. Because right at the start of the season, was I not saying take Chris Wilder? Everybody put me down. Yeah. And I think he would have done as well. And I was so pissed off when I found out we'd actually interviewed him. Because I think what he would have done with Sheffield United, if he'd done that at Leicester, and we were in a better position than Sheffield United were. I mean, look where Sheffield United were. I think they had 1 point when he took over. Listen to Uncle Chris. That's all I'm saying. That sounded a bit pervy, didn't it? Then moving on. Southampton, Clibo. Look, Southampton are going for the playoffs. They are just inside the playoffs at the moment, but with the same points as Wrexham. When they played West Brom, were outplayed by them, but they got a goal in the 96th minute or 94th minute, something like that. And they decided to play for the last 6 minutes of the game, which was obviously what we do. I don't think Southampton will be guaranteed playoffs by that stage. I mean, it is tight at the top. And I think anybody probably, Watford or even Norwich in 10th, they could still, with 7 games left, get in there. So I think Southampton will be battling for this.
I can't see anything other than a Southampton win, to be honest with you. I think it's probably looking at 2-0 for all the reasons you've just said. So you just stole all my thunder, Chris.
I do apologise. Reese.
A comfortable 3-0 Southampton win, and I think that will be the game that secures them the playoffs.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Now, I have, in all of the games so far, I have only given Blackburn 1 point. Now, people may say, well, you work for them, that's why, you hate them and all this, that and the other. And I don't particularly dislike them. I just don't particularly like them. That makes sense. I see this one because Southampton are such an up and down team. I mean, they've not lost, in fairness, in 5, but on the form table, the form table, they're top. They're top. In fact, they've not lost in 10, but they've only won 2 of those. And that's the interesting thing. They've drawn the rest. I'm going to go for a draw with this one because I think this will be another draw for them. And I think it'd be 46. Plus, I don't want them to go up because if we stay down, Southampton's the nearest team for me. And I can go and try and get a ticket. Interestingly, let's go to the last game where they have to host the not so mighty, some would say toothless Foxes. Clibo. We could be down by then.
Yeah, I can only see this being a draw. I can't really make a case for any other sides to win it. So, unfortunately, I'm going to say a draw, and I think that won't be enough for Leicester.
Right, Reese.
Blackburn 3-0 win.
Wow.
I'm just thinking what my head's saying. I think they're going to batter us. I think we'll crumble under the pressure. I'm going to wait for our prediction, but I think they're going to batter us. I really do. We're fucking.
I can understand where you're coming from. I can see either A, we will already be down, or B, it will depend on this match. And if it depends on this match, God help us, because we don't handle the pressure well. We've seen that with this squad. Unfortunately, I've got to agree with Reese. I see it being a win for Blackburn.
I mean, 2 different scenarios. If we're down by kind of, when is it, Millwall or somewhere, or a game like that, then I could probably see us making a fist of it to try and win it. But I just think if it comes down to having to win this last game to stay up, I think what we've seen so far is that this team hasn't. It's not got any cojones, has it?
No. I'm going to change my mind. I'm actually going to go for, again, I keep changing my mind. I should stick with what I originally go for, which was a draw. So I'm going to go back to a draw. Now, you've given them 51 points, Clibo, 53 points from Reese, and 47 from me. So you've obviously both got more faith in Blackburn than I have. West Bromwich Albion, who Reese was saying thinks will be very, very safe. Thank you, Scott. Now, they are currently in 20th with 43 points. They have been on a bit of a run, to be honest with you. They're 18th in the last 10 games. If I was to do the last 5, they would be higher. They've only won 2 of those, but it has been the last 2 games. But they've only lost 3. So they are on a good run of form, West Brom. Wrexham fighting for the playoffs. Let's be honest with you, they will do anything to get in those playoffs. They would love to do an Ipswich and go back to back, wouldn't they, Clibo?
Absolutely. I mean, it would be quite the story. And if I'm honest, I don't have anything against them.
No.
I if I'm going to pick someone in the playoffs, I'd quite like to see a Roy of the Rovers.
Totally. Look, I mean, I always say to people, it was the same when Newcastle got bought. I don't care if another club goes and gets a really, really rich owners and has money. To be honest with you, we have got rich owners. Now, people may argue that we haven't, but I'm sure Rochdale and Scunthorpe and Yeovil would all say we've got rich owners. So it's all. So I don't mind. So what are we going for, Clibo?
I think this would be a really entertaining draw.
A draw, right? Reese.
I'm going to disagree with you, Per, here on the Wrexham story. I don't think it's a great story at all, or this fairy tale. They've splashed loads of cash to get where they are now, and people are comparing it to our story sort of thing in the Premier League. So I don't see it as this fairy tale sort of thing, coming from nothing. I mean, they have come from nothing, but they've got rich owners. They've splashed the cash. Okay, that's what you have to do nowadays, but I don't see it as a fairy tale sort of thing. So I don't really agree with you guys there, but that's fine.
I guess the fairy tale is a bit because of who the owners are.
Well, no, people are calling it a fairy tale. Oh my God, look at them! They've come from non-league to championship players. What a story! I don't see it as a great story. They've just splashed the cash, and fair play to them. They're in the position that they are. I mean, I wish we did that, but we can't. But I don't see it as a fairy tale sort of thing. I don't see it as this great, massive achievement. I don't see it personally. But
let's be honest with you, if they didn't have the owners that they've got, nobody would really be talking about them. Who was talking about Ipswich going back to back? Nobody. Until right towards the end of that season.
Yeah,
and I think it'd be the same with Wrexham. Take away Ryan and whatever he's called.
I see your point. Fairy tale is winning the Premier League at 5,001. Yeah. That's fairy tale.
No, I agree with you, Reese. It's a story, but it isn't a fairy tale.
Yeah.
So what are you going for, Reese?
Again, Uncle Clibbo said it there. A very entertaining 3-3 draw.
3-3, bloody hell!
3-3.
Jesus.
Stop calling me that. I get really embarrassed.
Wrexham. So what was that?
Stop calling me Jesus. I get really embarrassed.
I don't think Jesus would be happy with all you're doing tonight. Wrexham 6th in the form table, 1.9 points per game. They've won 6 of the last 10. They've lost 3. 1.9 per game. I'm going to go for a Wrexham win. I'm sorry, I do. I think West Brom. I'm not. The thing when I was following West Brom the other night when I was doing the Oxford game and the West Brom game, is that they have got this knack of letting last minute goals in, and I think that's sort of why they're probably where they are. So I think that could bite them on the bum for a couple of these games. So yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to go for a Wrexham win. Right. So Blackburn, you against West Brom. Clibbo, you went for a West Brom win.
6-7. Yeah.
Clibbo, you went for a West Brom win as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I went for a West Brom win. 50 and 46. Okay. So, now, Millwall. It is at home, but look, Millwall are in 4th in the league, in the form table. Won again 6 of the last 10. 2 points on average a game, Clibbo. Going for the playoffs. They're 4th at the moment. Again, I'd love to see Millwall in the Premier League. I know everybody sort of, they've got that reputation, but I'd just like to see clubs that aren't sort of big clubs, big boy clubs and what have you, going up and actually, can you imagine them going and kicking the shit out of Man City or somebody? So, yeah, I'd like to see them go up, and that might be unpopular. But what do you think, Clibs?
I actually think Millwall will do them. To be honest with you, I think I can really see them making a go of it. I think it's going to be a very interesting playoff situation this year, and one of my friends, rest his soul, he was a big Millwall fan. Actually went to watch Millwall play a pre-season at Ayr United. We went in the wrong stand, and we were quickly escorted out as he was singing the famous Millwall chants in the Ayr United end. I thought we were going to die.
Not the best decision you've ever made.
No, it was a mistake. But like, there was about 20. Well, there was probably about 200 people at the ground, so it's kind of difficult to see where you're supposed to be. But
Yeah,
kind of,
wasn't a packed stadium then, you
no
know.
pre-season game at Ayr United. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think Millwall have. Yeah, they're going to be hard to beat towards the end of the season.
Reece, I've never sat there and thinking, oh, God, I can't wait for the football season to start. I'm missing football. What am I going to do? I know I'll get on a train and go all the way up to North Scotland and visit United and watch them.
No, I was working. I worked there for 2 years.
Oh, did you? Oh, right. Yeah. All right, fair enough then. Fair enough, yes. You do go and watch some of these silly teams when you're working away, don't you?
Yes.
As I know, as I went to watch Norwich once, and that was only because I was there. Reece,
1-1 draw.
We're going for a draw here. Woof.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I
think Millwall will accept they can't get in the top two. They're not good enough to get in the top two. Yeah, they might push for it, but I think they'll concede that they're not quite good enough for the top two. I think that'll be Cov and Middlesbrough, personally. And I think they'll concede and they'll start preparing for the playoffs by then. So I think they'll give West Brom a bit of a leaning room to go and get a draw, and I think they will get a draw from it.
I can see where you're coming from. As I said earlier with West Brom, I can see that being how it plays out, but I just think West Brom are fragile at the end, and I think Millwall I think will come strong, and I think Millwall will get the win, even if it's a late 1-0 or 2-1. So I'm going to go for the Millwall win. Now, probably an easier game for them is away, but they are playing Preston, who, like I said, 0.9 points per game in the last 10, only won 2. This could be a close one, Clibbo.
I think it will be a close one. I am gonna edge it. No, I'm not actually. I'm gonna say this one's going to be a draw. I'm going to go for a draw on this one. Like I say, I think West Brom if their manager situation had been 4 or 5 weeks prior, my opinion might have changed. I think they would have been set and ready. I don't think they're going to be going and steamrolling and just climbing the league willy-nilly. And they are going to have hiccups. They are definitely going to have hiccups, like all the teams do at the bottom. So I'm going to go draw with this one.
Draw. Would you agree, Reece?
No, I disagree completely. I think they'll steamroll Preston 2-0.
Okay. I've got to say, I think West Brom will win this as well. It hurts me to say, but Preston, I mean, like I say, they're the proverbial stone in the river. They're just sinking, The
only thing is that this is at this time of the year, I dare say that most of the predictions we've got tonight are probably going to be bloody wrong, because this is where teams, these really bizarre results start to come out at this time of the season. And West Brom, I think they will be nervous towards the back end of when it comes down to these final few games. I think then, like all the teams down there, will get nervy. Yeah. I think that's where you see mistakes. I'm not saying that Preston are particularly good, but they're not got that worry about making too many mistakes. They're not going to get dragged into it.
No, I mean, look, they're on 52 points. It would take an EFL decision to dock them points to get them into trouble. They are safe. And like I always, and I said it earlier, and I'll keep saying it because I do actually believe it. Once you know you're safe, then you just play for fun. And when you're playing for fun and there's no pressure on you, that's when you start playing like Brazil, or not the Brazil that lost 7-1, obviously, to Germany, the other Brazil that are actually quite good. Yeah. But I'm going to agree with one of you. It is going to be you, Clibbo. I'm going to go for the draw. I think Preston, being in that safe position, will just be enough just to might not be the most interesting draw. There we go. Watford We know how awful they are at the moment. They are currently sat in ninth. God knows how with that performance. They are 15th in the form table, 1.3 points per game. They've won 3, drawn 3, and lost 3 of the last. No, they haven't. They've won 3, drawn 4, lost 3 of the last 10 games. How did I get my maths O level? I don't know. And this again could be another West Bromwich Albion win, I guess, Clibo.
I don't know whether this is just blind optimism, but I just, we just look at a fixture and go, draw. So I'm going to go draw. I'm going to go draw again. So this is where I feel that West Brom, and like I say, these teams at the bottom will start getting nervy. I do think there is another win to come, but I don't think it will be that one. I think that will be a draw.
Yeah. Reece, West Brom are getting over a point a game, but when you look at Watford's form, it's drawn, one lost, drawn, one lost, one drawn, lost, drawn. There's no consistency there, is there?
No. I actually think this will be the game. This will be this will be one of 2 games that I think they will lose. I think they will lose to Watford.
Oh, okay. I think Watford were really bad against us, but that was so out of sorts for them because, like I say, they've not had that bad a run, and they're where you would expect them to be, kind of mid-table.
Yeah.
It's at home, so I'm going to go for the draw simply because it's at home. On that, and I just realised I've added your scores up wrong here, Reece. Talk to me about Ipswich at home, Flibo.
I think Ipswich will steamroll them because they'll be pushing for the automatics at this point, and we've seen what happened last time they were in the Championship. They really came strong at the end. They are a much better side than West Brom.
And what are you going for? Sorry,
I'm going for a Ipswich win, comfortable.
Ipswich. Yeah. Sorry, on the last one. Sorry, Reece. Did you go for a Watford or a West Brom? Which way did you
win? Watford.
You went for Watford. Yeah, I do apologise. So this one, Ipswich. I mean, they're battling for second. They are in 5th on the form table. Like I say, but they're in 5th. I mean, could you see them getting into the top 2?
I can see it. Yeah, I can see them getting into the top 2, but I don't think they will. I think the start of the season will really let them down come the end of the season. And ultimately, I don't think they will go up. I don't think they'll win in the playoffs. So, but I am going for a narrow 1-0 Ipswich win. I think they will continue to push up there, but I don't think they will get in the top 2. But I think West Brom will give these a good game. I think they'll give it a good go. They've got good players and they will cause Ipswich problems. So, but I will go for a narrow 1-0 Ipswich
win. Yeah, brilliant. You are making notes of all these scores, aren't you, Clipbo, for me? I did ask you. Did you not get the memo? Yeah, I love Ipswich, and I do apologise. Ipswich are in 3rd. They're in 5th in the form table, 3rd in the normal table. Only 2 points off Middlesbrough. They are going to be fighting for it, or if they actually get up to 2nd by then, they're going to be fighting to stay in that 2nd place because I think it's going to be very interesting between Middlesbrough, Ipswich, and even Millwall for that second automatic. So yeah, I don't see them getting anything either. West Brom. Well, look, if you want a last game, this should be the last game that you want. It is away, but the way at Sheffield Wednesday, they might have just put the ladies team out, might they? They might have just had enough by that stage.
I think this will be an entertaining game. Actually, It's the last game of the season. I think West Brom potentially are safe at this point, and I think Sheffield Wednesday playing for a bit of pride. Last game in the Championship for a while, but I think West Brom have got a little bit too much. So I'm going for a 2-1 win for West Brom.
I mean, Reece, they showed on the first day of the season when they played us, although we probably didn't realise how crap we were going to be. But they showed that, with everything that was going on then, they came in and they went for it, didn't they?
They did, yeah. But I do think this will be a comfortable West Brom 3-1 win.
Yeah. I've got to say, I can't see anything other than a West Brom win, I have to say. Right, so, Clibbo, you got them on 52. Reece, you got them on 54. And I've got them on 51. We're pretty much around there. If you're getting hot and you want to strip off, I'd rather you didn't do it on camera, Clibbo, but do go if you want to get changed.
Just sending you a private message right now, so just quickly read that.
Will you stop sending me messages telling me you love me? I've told you we don't. It puts me off the show. Don't concentrate. Yeah, you carry on, mate. I'll go to Reece while he is. There we go.
Take it closer.
He's got, you can keep your hat on, or in your case, headphones on. Yeah, but he's doing this, isn't he? He's doing the old Reece, right, let's get on to Portsmouth, who have actually got 8 games left because they've got this game in hand. Can't remember where the hell that's come from. They are in absolute free fall at the moment. When it comes to form, they are on the last 10 games in 23rd place with 7 points. If you do it on the last 5 games, they're actually bottom. Below, or they were, let's have a look. They were below Sheffield Wednesday. Is that 5? Well, maybe not. I don't know. Oh no, the last 5, yes, they are bottom. They are literally bottom on goal difference on the form. They have been really dragged down into it, haven't they?
They have, yes. Ultimately, the lack of quality is showing from Portsmouth. They have just been promoted from League One, and they've not got the most. They can't really splash the cash. They haven't got the most amount of money, in the Championship. So, I'm going to save my predictions for what I think is going to happen here. So, let's get on with it.
Right, Clibbo, you're back. Looking very, very pretty in yellow. What? Actually, that is one of my favourite shirts, I'm going to say. Portsmouth away to Norwich. Norwich are actually 3rd in the form table, having only lost 3 of the last 10 and winning the other 7. 2.1 points average in a game. I mean, Portsmouth, they are going to really struggle, aren't they?
Well, I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Canaries because some of my family going back are from that neck of the woods, going quite way back. But in this instance, I'm praying that they beat Portsmouth, and for that reason, I'm going to be optimistic and say I think Norwich have got too much for them, and I'm going to predict.
Yeah,
a tight win, but maybe 2-1 Norwich.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't have feelings either way for Norwich. I went to watch them once, and that was because I was working there, and the boss got us free tickets. So, and we'll always remember for the Let's Be Avenue, won't we? But yeah,
Yeah.
look, they're in. I say they're in third, Reese. Portsmouth, I think they're going to go back where they came from, but we'll see how the points add up. Is this a win for Norwich?
Yeah, I don't think we've got anything to worry about this game. I think they're going to be pushing for a late playoff spot, so I'm going to go for a comfortable 3-0 Norwich win.
Like I say, third in the form table at the moment. And when you look at them in the main table, they're 10th on 54. They're not a million miles off. They're only 9 points off the playoff. So that is possible with the league this season. I'm going to agree with you all. I can't see anything other than a Norwich win here. And look, I laughed when they appointed the guy as the manager, but he's proving, making me eat humble pie. So fair play. So they are sat in 21st at the moment, Portsmouth, with 40 points. And they're up against Oxford, Clibo. But they're at home to Oxford.
Yeah, this one really worries me. This one gives me a bit of anxiety, actually, because ideally you kind of looking at a draw, aren't you?
Yes.
I think there's no way Portsmouth or any of the teams will lose all of their remaining fixtures.
No.
And I do believe that every one of those teams will win one or two games. And I just fear that Portsmouth, I've just got it in my head. I think Portsmouth win this one 1-0.
Well, okay. So Portsmouth win for you here.
Yeah.
Right. We'll remember that when we come on to Oxford. Reese.
I've got this one a 1-1 draw.
Ooh, okay. 41. I'm kind of. I hate myself for saying this. I do, but I'm going to go. I'm sorry. I'm going to go for an Oxford win. I think
It could easily go either way with this one. I think it's very 50-50.
I think Portsmouth win just 3-4, and I think it's the only. I can't see them getting anything here. And then we come to Middlesbrough away, Clibo.
Yeah, I can't see anything other than a Middlesbrough win here. They're a strong team. They've got a lot of attacking threat. It's not like they've got a terrible defence. You can't really see anything other. I mean, it'll be one of those shock results, knowing my luck, but I can't see anything other than 2-3-0 away win.
Yeah. You say, you predicting these any results is fucking hard.
Yeah, it really is.
That's why I dropped out the prediction league, because I was fucking awful at it. Reese, again.
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually going to go 4-0 Middlesbrough.
Okay. I've got to agree with you. It could be a cricket score, this one. So, yeah. Did you go? I'm just checking I've got this down right. Did you go for the Portsmouth to beat Oxford? You did, didn't you, Clippo?
Yes, I did, yeah.
So they play Middlesbrough on the Saturday, and then on the Tuesday, they're entertaining Ipswich. So they could actually have a big say in the title race, couldn't they? I mean, when you look at Portsmouth running, Norwich are in form, Middlesbrough, Ipswich, and Coventry are the top three. And Oxford are relegation rivals who know how to battle. If anything, I think this is probably one of the hardest run-ins of all the 7 teams.
Yeah, again, on paper, it's just, it just depends, doesn't it? It depends how they feel about going back to League One, whether they feel that they've still got a chance. So the players going to be demoralised. and this is why I think that these last sort of sets of games will throw up some really weird results. Nobody's going to lose all their games, and like I said, they're going to win at least one or two of their remaining games. I think that's just the way kind of the league sort of happens, isn't it, at this time of the season? But I don't see them troubling Ipswich at all, really, and I think Ipswich batter them.
Yeah, no, I agree. So I've gone for Ipswich win. Are you going to make the 3 out of 3, Reese?
I am, but it's not going to be comfortable. I'm going to go for a 1-0 Ipswich win, and I'm going to go for Casey McAteer to come off the bench and score.
Oof. Okay. Oh, they're not getting a lot more points out of us. I haven't given them any points yet. Reece, you've given them 1. Clibbo, you've given them 3. And then it's the 6-pointer as Leicester travel down to the only football team that's on an island in this country, and that's obviously Portsmouth. It's who we're talking about. Oh my God, this is going to be. I mean, when I do the watch long, I'm going to do it live from the toilet. I can just sit on there and just shit myself as we go through the game. Is it going to be that bad, or is it going to be a comfortable win for Leicester, Clibbo?
Well, if the two results, like I said, go with the Middlesbrough and Ipswich, I think their confidence will have been shot. And so I'm going to go with a 1-0 Leicester win.
Who laughed then? Was that you, Reese?
No, just clearing my throat.
Reese.
Comfortable 2-0 Portsmouth win.
Portsmouth win?
Yeah, we're shit. We can't score, and I think they'll be up for it. We won't. We'll go in our shell, and we just can't be arsed on the day. We'll lose 2-0.
Okay. Bloody hell. That's not the stuffing out my sails or the wind out my sails, stuffing out my pillows, whichever way you want to mix me metaphors here. What am I saying? I've just got to do lally. The way I look at it is, if we cannot beat this team, then we deserve to be in League One.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, to me, this is the easiest game that we have got because they are in such free fall. Like I say, from their last 10 games, they've had 2 wins and 1 draw, and therefore they've had 7 losses. It's going to be tight, but it's not hard. I really think it might only be 1-0 or something like that, but I'm going to go for a Leicester win. Call me mad, call me stupid, call me delusional, call me Angela, whatever you want to. I just think that is, for us, that is the must-win game. So I still haven't given them any points yet. Clibbo, Coventry away.
Coventry, smash them.
Yeah. You've got to agree, haven't you, Reese?
I can see some EFL scripting here on Cov's side. They'll want to get Leicester down to League One. I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
Oh, okay.
Oh, controversial.
You are not allegedly saying that the EFL are anything other than honest.
I mean, come on, lads. It's obvious with the refereeing performances we've had this season. It's obvious they want us in League One. We've pissed them off so many times over the years. That I can see it. I can see it. You heard it. It's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Right. Scott says, "Don't worry, Chris. You're not mad. You are, however, completely bonkers." Well, I can. For me, it's another win for Coventry. I can't see this now. It gets interesting. Last 2 games, when Portsmouth could be down by, well, certainly for me, I would have them down by now. And probably you as well, Clibbo, although you did give them a win against Oxford, didn't you?
Yes.
At Stoke away.
Well, I mean, Stoke's form obviously isn't great. I'm going to say 1-0 Stoke.
So you're still going for Stoke, okay?
Yeah.
Reese,
1-1 draw.
I've gone for a draw as well on that one, so I'm giving Pompey their first points. Clibo, Birmingham home, like you say, Portsmouth could be down by now. I think Birmingham will not be in the playoffs. I think they'll be in mid-table somewhere or just outside the playoffs. They won't have anything to play for, I don't think.
No, and I think for that reason, I'm going to go draw for this game. I mean, ordinarily I'd have gone for a Birmingham win, but no, I think I can see a draw.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Would you agree, Reese?
I'm trying not to be like negative, but I've got to go over my head here, and I think Portsmouth win 1-0.
Ooh.
I think these are the teams that are going to go for it. That are playing for championship contracts. You know, I keep repeating myself week in, week out. We've got Premier League players on Premier League contracts, and they're not going to give a shit because they're off in the summer. These lads are playing. They're going to either be on League One contracts or they're going to get a career highest pay in the Championship sort of thing. So they're going to be playing for Championship contracts, and I can promise you that they will give their all, and I think they will be rewarded, and they will beat Birmingham 1-0.
Very possible.
Like we say, with all these games and this fucking season in the Championship, anything is possible. I've gone for, like I say, for the draw as well. So that would give Clibo, you've given them 44. Reese, you've given them 49. And I've given them 42. So now they're 21st. In 22nd, of course, it's Leicester. But we don't want to go there. So we're going to go and jump Leicester and go to Oxford. Yes. We'll be back after the break, everybody. Here we go with Oxford. Clibo, Hull at home.
See, Hull are stuttering it here and there, aren't they?
Down in 13th in the form table.
Yeah. Whereabouts are they in the league at the minute?
About fifth, about fourth
Yeah.
or fifth. Fourth or
Yeah,
fifth.
fifth at the moment, yeah.
I'm going to go. Ooh, I'm going to go Hull win.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Reese?
Yeah, Hull win on this one. Quite comfortable.
I'm going to make it a full set, yeah, because I mean they are really trying to go for the win here, you know, for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So now, Portsmouth, Oxford are playing Portsmouth, so we're going to take what you went with when we talked it last time. So, Clibber, you went for a Portsmouth win.
I did, yeah.
Reese, you went for a draw.
Mm-hmm.
And I went for a Oxford win.
Mm-hmm.
2. Okay, so the next game is Watford at home. Oh, a bit of a derby here.
Again, tricky. Oxford are going to want it. I mean, have we just done that famous thing where we, give a team an opportunity and they go on a bloody run? I'm going to go draw here. I think it's going to be a tight one, and I'm going to go draw.
Draw. Reese?
It's going to be a scrappy, horrible 1-0 win for Oxford.
Yeah, I'm going to go for I'm going to go for a draw on that one. I think it'll be a tight game, but Oxford. One thing Oxford are doing is battling. Something we're not.
100%.
Okay. Derby away.
I can only see. I think this will be a real tough game, but I think Derby. Will take this one. A narrow Derby win.
Okay. Derby at the moment they are in 9th. They've only lost 1 in 5 and they've won 4. But on the last 10, they've got 1.8 points per game, sat in 7th. Lost 3, won 7 of the last 10. Do you see a Derby win, Reese?
I do, yes, and I think they're going to scrape 6th on the last day of the season. And I'll tell you, I'm going to say this now. I hope they go up. I really hope they go up. I think it would be amazing to see them go up on the verge of liquidation and to be on the verge of getting into the playoffs and getting back to the Premier League. I think it'd be a remarkable story, and I hope they do it.
I can be honest with you. I feel exactly the same about Coventry.
I've got no Coventry hate. I get why people do, because it's the 69 Derby, but I think it was ever. Do you know what it was for me? It was growing up, and I watched them. Was it 87? They won the FA Cup. And that's what made me kind of have a bit of an affinity for them, because they were underdogs, and I like an underdog story. I've got no issues with Coventry.
Yeah, my only worry with Derby going up as well is you got 2 more. Well, Coventry technically actually are East Midlands, are they? I've always thought of them as an East Midlands team, but they're not.
No, they're West Midlands, aren't they?
Yeah, or something round there, yeah. But obviously they are all just about our closest team. But I agree with you, this should be a Derby win. And I'll put my nail to me colours to the mast now. I'm going to go for a Wrexham win as well.
Yeah, I think you.
I was expecting like a real sort of in-depth description. He builds it all of you.
No, because Oxford are really battling, and that's the thing. I am looking at these and going, no, I'm not going to go. No, I'm going to say draw for that. I'm going to go draw.
Draw, okay.
Yeah.
Reese?
I think a draw as well. I think this will cost Wrexham the playoffs, this game.
Okay.
I think they'll be a bit too complacent. They'll go 1-0 up, and I think Oxford will get a late equaliser.
Well, I've gone for a Wrexham win. But in the next game, I'm obviously going to go for a Oxford United win at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Is anybody going to disagree with that one?
No.
Yes.
Are you?
Draw.
You know, if I could have put a bet on anybody disagreeing with me, then Reese.
I think it'll be a draw. I do. I think it'll be a
Really?
draw. Yes, I do. Yeah, I think it'll be a draw.
Go on, talk me through that then.
Sheff Wednesday ain't got nothing to play for. They'll give everything. The 2 shit teams. They both have got. I'm going to say they've both got similar quality, and the pressure's more on Oxford. There's no pressure on Sheffield Wednesday, and I think Sheff Wednesday get a point out of it.
Very, very well put, sir. Millwall at home. Millwall away on the last game of the season. Probably not the game Oxford would have wanted.
No, but I'll tell you something now. Oxford in this game will give it like their life depended on it. Millwall will want it really badly, and I think this is going to be one of the games where you're going to need an ambulance on the side of the pitch, because the players are going to come off knackered, and I can see a very entertaining draw.
Draw, okay. Reese?
Completely agree with Uncle Clibbo. Draw.
I am going to say it's going to be a Millwall win
Okay.
because I think they are going to be fighting. But it'll be a tight game. It won't be an easy win for them because Oxford could still be fighting for the life. But now this is interesting because I've obviously given 3 points to Millwall there. I have given, well, no, Clibbo, you have given 46 points to Oxford.
Yeah.
Reese, you have given 46 points to Oxford. I have given 46 points to Oxford. So
Oh, wow.
on
Wow.
for 46. Right, we're going to
Oh.
come to Leicester, and then when we've done Leicester, I'm going to ask you two guys, I'm going to give you a topic for you, if you can just discuss it while I go away and do the maths and work out who's got what, where, and when.
Okay.
But of course, Leicester City, and so we're going to predict what Leicester City are going to do until the end of the season. And we'll do that straight after the short break.
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Couldn't resist that. Right, here we go then. Oh my God, I was trying to avoid this one. We've got Preston on Good Friday, Clibbo.
Yeah.
Are we going to get anything? We're at home.
See, this one worries me a lot because we're at home, and I just don't know what it is about us playing at home at the minute. I'm going to go for a draw when we need a win.
I understand that.
I would have said if we'd have beat Watford, which I thought we had to, I was going to go for 3 wins in a row, but I just can't see it. I just can't see it.
I mean, to me, when I look at that, Reese, take out of the question, Hull and Millwall, and I don't think we've got the worst running. I think we've got quite a decent running. I think, we can take that. But can we party with it? Oh, take that reference there. So what have you got with the with this game, Reese? Can we beat Preston?
No, it's got 0-0 written all over it.
Really?
Yeah,
It's got 0-0. It's got 0-0 written all over it.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. I am going to say, look, we've had a couple of bad results. Norwich, obviously, was one of them. QPR was another. But I seem to say, and unfortunately, it's a bit late for baby steps, but I do see the fact that we are making a little bit of progress. I think we're drawing games that we would have lost under Marty.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, although he's got he's got a fairly decent win percentage, but it was just the way we were winning, and I think towards the end we were throwing things away, points away, and games away. So I think we are making strides. I say only very short ones though, but I'm going to be confident with this one because he's at home. I am going to give us the win. I know I'm mad again, but I think this might be one that we get. Again, Scott's agreeing with me. Scott's disagreeing with me, but Prashant is agreeing with me. Like that, Prashant. Like the cut of his jib. I really do. So you've gone for 2 draws and I've gone for a win. Sheffield Wednesday away, Clibbo. This one scares me.
No, I am going to go for a win here because I think we have to, and I think this will be the game that either makes or breaks completely that season. So I'm basing the rest of my predictions on winning this game.
Yeah. Reese?
1-1 draw.
Yeah.
We ain't beating them. We're not beating them. We're not beating them. Oh yeah, we're going to go there and win. Yeah. No, we won't. We're not going to beat them. Simple as that.
Well, I hope you're wrong.
I do.
I hope I'm wrong as well, but I can't see it. I cannot see it. These arrogant cunt players will turn up there and think they're the fucking Brazil players and will fucking get a draw out of it. I'm telling you now.
I can't argue with anything you said there, Reese. I 100% agree with what you've said. But this has got, like Clibber, like you said, this has got to be a must-win. If we can, I said the other day on the review show that if we can get 6 points from these two games, that will set us up for the rest of the season. And going into the end, it will give us that boost of confidence and what have you. And look, like I said, it was Easter weekend when Jesus came again. It could happen with Leicester. We rise from the dead, and you never have a bit of a last-minute surge. I'm going to go, and I totally see where Reese is coming from, but I think we're going to win this. I do. And if we don't win this, then we might as well just pack up shop and say, forget the rest of the games, just put us in League One, because we are shitter than we actually thought we were. So for that reason, I am going for a win. And that would, for me, would give us 6 points over the Easter period. Minimum, if we don't get 4 points from those two games, that's it. It's over for me. It's got to be a minimum of 4, whichever way it comes. But if we have got any ambitions to stay up, then it should be 6. Then we come to Swansea at home, Clibbo. Now Swansea.
Yeah, I don't like this for some reason. I don't know what this spider senses is telling me. It's not going to. I don't think we'll lose it, but I think we really need to make a back-to-back. But I can see it being a cagey 1-1.
Yeah. Well, Swansea are in 9th in the form table, 1.6 points per game. They've won 5, lost 4, drawn 1. I didn't say where Leicester were in the form table, which is 22nd on the last 10 games. Only won 1, 0.7 points per game, but we have drawn 4. What do you think we'll get here, Reese?
We'll lose 2-1.
Okay. I am going to go with this one. I'm going to go for a draw. I think.
They've got the top goal scorer. They've got the top goal scorer in the league, Swansea have.
But it's I know what you're saying.
And we've proven over this season we can't handle decent, tall strikers.
We can't handle most strikers, can we? Let's be honest with you.
That's true.
Yeah, I get what you say. I've gone for the draw. I think it might be a 2-2, something like that. Might be a Desmond, but we will see. Now, Portsmouth. This is where. 1, 2, 3. So, what did you go for this one? You went for a draw, didn't you, Clibbo?
Yes, I did.
Let me just go through these again. Sorry, I'm getting excited here. So, Clibbo, Portsmouth, you went for a draw. Preston, you went for a draw. Sheffield Wednesday, you went. Oh no, this is the third game, isn't it? Yeah, this is the third game. Sorry, it's because Portsmouth got that 8th game. Right. So you've gone for a win against Portsmouth, Clibbo.
Yeah.
As indeed did you, Reese.
Which game? The Portsmouth game?
Yeah.
No, I've said Portsmouth will beat us.
No, sorry, you did. You did indeed.
Yeah.
And I think I agreed with you, didn't I? No, I went for the no, Portsmouth. No, I went for the win. I went for the win on that one for for Portsmouth. So interesting. Oh, it is getting interesting now. Hull at home. I'm going to say I'll go and nail me colours to the flag straight away. For me, Hull win this.
Yeah, same for me. I think they've been reasonably consistent all season, and I think at the business end, they've been there, done it before. So I don't think it will be a slaughtering. I think it will be like a 1-goal margin, but I do think Hull will win this one. Don't love too much.
Yeah. Reese?
3-1 Hull win.
So I thought you were waving at me then.
No, just...
I know what you're doing. I thought I'd be friendly and wave back. You've gone for the Hull win as well. Interesting. So you've only given us 1 point out of all those games, Reese.
Yeah, that's what I think will happen.
No, that's very, very interesting. Scott agrees with us all as well. Millwall again at home. I'm sorry, that's going to be a Millwall win for me. Libbo?
I agree. I think this will be 2-0 Millwall.
Are you going to make a set up there, Reese?
Yeah, 4-1 Millwall, I think. 4-1.
Right. Last game, away at Blackburn. We don't like playing Blackburn on the last games, do we? I'm going to go... We're not going to win, but I'm going to go for a draw for this one. Libbo?
I think this one.
You said a draw, Clibbo. You said a draw.
Yeah, it's on a knife edge, and I can really only see it being a draw because I think I'm not sure how this will have panned out given our predictions in terms of where they are, but I think it's two demoralised teams, probably with nothing to play for on the last day.
Yeah.
So
You did go for the draw, Clibbo, yes. As indeed did I. You went for a loss, Reese.
I did, yeah. I went for a Blackburn win.
Wow. So you've gone for, well, literally from a possible 21 points, you've gone for 1 point.
No, 2 points. I said we'd draw against Preston.
You said you would draw against Preston. You did, sorry.
Yeah.
Quite right, yeah, you did on that one. Right. Well, happy talk, as they say. I'm going to go off now and quickly do some math. Do either of you follow the women's team at all, or any interest in the women's team?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give you the topic is it going to be a record if we actually get two teams relegated in the same season? Because the way it's going, Leicester men
get relegated. They can't.
Sorry?
The women's team can't get relegated because they're expanding the league.
Well, I thought that at the start of the season, but they're all saying, everything I've been reading
Yes,
is that...
I heard that as well, that it's not going to be that. I've heard that we could get relegated as well.
I've got no interest in the women's game personally, but yeah.
Well, in that case, let me give you the topic to discuss.
It could be three teams, Chris. Could be three teams that get. It could be three Leicester King Power-based teams that get relegated.
Mm-hmm.
Leuven,
because Leuven are in the shit as well.
Yeah, right. I'm going to go off and do my totalling up. Why don't you guys discuss the fact that we nearly got Jesse Marsh as our manager?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Would you have been happy with that? You carry on, guys. I'll be back when I've done my maths.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think I would have been happy with it at the time. But we were all like a bit. We all thought we were a bit above it at the time.
Yeah, we were in that scenario where we just sacked Brendan, and then we thought we could get a bigger and better manager, considering the stature of the club we were at the time. Even though we were in the position that we were in, and we thought, we don't want this guy in charge. He got sacked by Leeds and all of that. But Dean. Obviously we appointed Dean Smith in the end, and we still got relegated. Do I think we'd have got more points under Jesse Marsh than we did under Dean Smith? No chance, absolutely no chance. But we'll never know, will we? But
I don't think we would either. I think given the situation that we were in, it was much more suited to. His name's just gone out of my head. The manager that we actually took.
Dean Smith.
Dean Smith. Yeah, I think it was much more suited to him. And I think had he come in maybe 2-3 games earlier, I think we would have stayed up.
Oh, that's a good question there from Scott. Question for everyone. What's your opinions on the players out on loan, i.e. Braybrook, Alves, etc., play them next season? I completely agree, Scott. I would have kept them around this season and integrated them slowly into the first team squad at least. You've seen Braybrook being absolutely fantastic at Newport and doing really well at Chesterfield as well. So he's climbing the ranks at the minute. Will Alves, very talented youngster, very, very unfortunate he's been hindered by injuries, but the talent is still there. And I believe when we get relegated, because I do believe we will get relegated, I do believe them two are going to have to be first team starters for us next season. I don't know what you think, Uncle Clibbo.
I think you're right in that. I think you're right in that division. The interesting thing about Braybrook is that he was doing okay at his loan club, and then moved to a higher club. I'm not sure whether he's putting the same numbers in as he did, but the Alves thing is the tricky one for me, because I'm willing that guy to be good, because we know he's class. He has got class in him. I've heard people say, "Oh, he's not good enough." Well, let me tell you, I have watched him through the youth ranks, and he is supremely talented player. But he's not playing regularly at Huddersfield. He's in and out of that side, and that kind of worries me. I don't know why that is. Whether his parent club, i.e. Leicester, are saying, "Look, just if there's any kind of sign that he's, fatigued or whatever, just hold him back." Whether Leicester are doing that, because pretty much your parent club has a lot of say in that, to be honest with you. But I would like to see these players come out of this season with a lot more experience, a bit more strength behind them, and another season that they could put to the back of their head, that those injuries that they had. So yeah, absolutely.
Alves at the start of his Huddersfield career, he was playing regularly, but then he got a nasty ankle injury, and then he was out for a couple of months or wherever he was, and he's found it difficult to get back into the team because Huddersfield now have started picking up a lot of points, and you can't really change a winning side when they need to get back into the Championship. So, but no, I'm gonna put my neck out and say that in terms of talent wise, he's not far behind Jeremy Monga, in my opinion. When I was watching him through the youth, and when he played that game against Watford, you've seen the confidence and the skill and the arrogance that he had in his game, and I loved it. They're the players I want to watch play for our club. But
his comeback game was a cup match, and he played absolutely. He scored a worldie and then hit the bar with another. That was his comeback game after that second injury. Yeah, I've always rated him.
Yeah. Interestingly, I think he went to a better club than he was with at Newport, who look like they're out the league again. But interestingly, ladies and gentlefolk, talking of this, it's a new series we've got coming up here, Future Foxes, when we're going to be talking about, the first episode we're going to be talking about the loan players and the players that are out there. And the rest, then we're going to be, because we want the youngsters to come through. How are the youngsters doing? How are they progressing? So we're going to be talking about that with a gentleman who goes to the match the young matches quite often. But yeah, as you mentioned that, I just thought I'd give ourselves a bit of a promotion there.
Well, that would be a good show. I'll be really interested in that. And to be honest with you, all Leicester fans should be interested in it, because pretty much with the way our club has been run at the minute,
that's the route we need to go.
Future.
That's the route we need to go. We need to fuck off the transfer market and actually get this Seagrave project on the move. You know, if we're going to move into this big training facility and we're going to a Class A academy or whatnot, let's see it now. We've got the perfect opportunity now to get these young lads in, the likes of, hopefully they stay, Louis Page, Aluko, Monga. You know, I might be wishful thinking here, but Braybrook, Alves, Nelson. I mean, what a young, hungry team we could have next season potentially in League One. And that could be something that I could be excited about.
Don't wish to piss on anybody's party, but of course, if we get relegated and we have to sell a lot of players off, those are the players that people are going to be coming in for, not the Dakova Reeds and what have you. But anyway, that is all coming up soon, so stay tuned for that one. Are you ready? Are you ready for the results, everybody?
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, let us. I'm just thinking if I've got anything that is. Oh, here we go. We can use this one. These are the results. There you go. I think I'm officially in the SC club now.
You are.
Clibo, thanks guys. I don't know if that's an honour or not. In 24th place, Clibo, we're going to go to the order that we did it. 24th place, you have got, obviously, Sheffield Wednesday, that goes without saying. In 23rd, on 44 points, you've got Portsmouth.
Yeah.
In 22nd, on 46 points, in the final relegation zone. Am I building up the tension here?
Yeah.
You have got, is it Leicester?
Oh, get
You've
on
got Oxford United on 46.
Maybe I was being very optimistic.
Well, you've got Leicester in 21st on 48. They've only got us just surviving by 2 points. And Blackburn in 20th on 51. So,
yeah.
Wednesday, Portsmouth and Oxford, you're 3 to go down, with Leicester just surviving in 21st.
And it's odd because I don't feel like that's in my mind, I just can't see how we stay up. But there you go.
I would say that I would agree with you again. I'd say the same. But when you look at it and break it down like that, you're suddenly thinking, well, maybe. Reese. Well, I think everybody knows where this one might be going. I don't think there should be any surprise. 24th, obviously, Sheffield Wednesday. In 23rd, with 41 points, Leicester City. In 22nd, Oxford on 46. In 21st, Portsmouth on 49. And in 20th, Blackburn, 53. So you've got them staying up, Clibo. You've got them going down, Reece. So I guess I kind of do get the deciding vote here. So for me, I've got obviously 24th, Sheffield Wednesday. We know that. In 23rd, on 42 points, I've got Portsmouth. In 22nd, on 46 points, Oxford. In 21st, with 47 points, Blackburn. And somehow, don't know how I got here, in 20th place on 50 points, Leicester City.
That's very optimistic. That's very optimistic.
Yeah, look.
No.
I'm going to say this now, Mr. Chris. I think some of those results that you picked for us are from your heart. There's nothing wrong with that, but not a chance of we finishing that high. I can't see it.
All right, let me say,
not 50.
I have got 6 points from the next 2 games. And I do think, I did say if we do not get a minimum of 4 points from those 2 games, that's it. It's over. So I think, Glibbo, you said this, and I'll pinch your line here. The rest of the points are determined for me by those 2 games.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. I mean, I said it last week that I needed to see 9 from the next 3. And you know, we balls that up straight away.
Yeah.
So
but
I mean, it is fantasy football we're playing here, not real football, of course.
No, I mean, look, you know, you're talking to the guy that was bottom of the prediction league, so don't take my points here to be and based on anything is fact. But I then only gave them a point against Swansea. I did give us 3 points against Portsmouth, but then I didn't give us any points against Hull or Millwall. I gave us both losses, as did you guys, and I only gave us a point against Blackburn. So I don't think I've been over.
I'm just looking at Prashant's comment there. To be honest, Prashant, I'm actually surprised at my optimism, because the reality of the situation is, if you, without breaking it down like we just did, and without knowing what the outcome would be, I still don't see in my heart how we stay up. Because, and I think what I've heard a lot on a lot of channels and a lot of people saying, and I understand why they say it, but I am tired of hearing it, is that all the ifs all the time. Well, if we just do this and if we do that, when have we done that all season? What is it that makes people say that? Because, you know, you're more than over 3/4 of the way through the season, and those ifs have never been achieved.
Yeah.
So why would you achieve them now? And that, I'm afraid, kills everything.
That's why I've gone for the predictions that I have, because I can't see it. I honestly can't see a world that we beat Sheffield Wednesday. I can't see a world we beat Portsmouth or Preston. I can't see it. We've not done it all season. Why are we going to do it now all of a sudden? Oh, yeah, because the players need to. No, well, yes, we know they need to, but they're not going to. They can't be arsed. We've seen it time and time again this season. They can't be arsed. They're off in the summer. They don't give a shit. Doesn't matter how much Gary Rowett. It doesn't matter how much Gary Rowett gets into their heads. You have got to pick up 3 points against Sheffield Wednesday. They'll turn up like they're arrogant, selfish bastards themselves. Play like the fucking Barcelona. Try and play like the Barcelona and think they're all big time Charlies, and they will get nothing from the game. I can't see it.
How is that fence feeling between your arse cheeks, Reese?
I'm just being honest, lads. I'm just being honest.
So it's what it's all about. I'm going to play this for you, Reese, because I did it for myself, and if only I'd got one for you. But here we go.
I think if you look at the contrast between green and blue there, I think you have to pick yellow as the average, the in between. You've gone for 2 extremes. You've gone for 50 points, which if that happens, I'll walk up and down my street bollock naked. So I don't think.
You heard it here first, guys. He will walk up and down his street bollock naked, and we will do a live stream on Leicester City TV. Look, the thing I enjoyed about doing this was that when we gave, because I had no idea what you guys were going to give points wise, and obviously when we were voting for, well, right at the start when we were doing Charlton, you don't know how those points that you're giving as you're going along is going to affect your final result. That's what I loved about doing this show. Like I say, lose the next 2 games, then the rest of my results don't give a shit because I honestly believe we're down. I honestly thought I was going to be where you were, Clibbo. I mean, if I take one of those wins away, I've still got us staying up in 21st. So it's I look, as I stand at the moment, I said right at the start, it's a Brexit vote, and like you, 100% agree. I'm more on the outside than the inside. But I know I can't believe that that's what I've come up with, but I can only vote in what I think. I don't think I think Hull and Millwall were just going to absolutely destroy us, and that will affect us for the last game against Blackburn. If we need to play Blackburn, and I will say this now, if we get to the Blackburn game needing something from that game to win, we're going down.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I agree.
need something from that game to stay up. Need something from that game to stay up. Then forget it because we'll have the thing. But look, I don't know. It's about opinion. This game, isn't it? We love the fact that none of us agree, and that that interestingly, we've all got Oxford, who again I don't get it because Oxford, we've all said this is probably the strong out of everybody out the 7 teams that we've looked at. Oxford are probably the ones that are the strongest at the moment.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like for me, I don't know what's an analogy you could use. When someone's kind of dying, and just before they die, they pick up for a couple of days. That's kind of, I think, what Oxford are doing. I know that's a bit grim, but I do think they will. They'll go back to their level, but they've kind of had a shot of adrenaline, and their games are not easy. What they've got, their running's not easy, and I think with teams like Oxford, it's okay having balls and grit and determination, but you ultimately, when the push comes to shove, you've got to have a little bit of quality. I think that's something that Leicester have got, but they need to work on the other side of it. So it's going to make a very interesting run-in for me.
If you'd have asked me without doing all of this, I would have probably had Leicester to be relegated, like I said, because that's the way I was thinking. I'd have had Leicester and Portsmouth and Sheffield Wednesday as the 3 going down.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there's all sorts of permutations. I mean, we could scrap all that and go back over it, and having sort of thought about things, I dare say a few more of those results we picked, we would probably change.
Yeah,
just based on what we've been saying just now. You're all right, Reese, mate. You got a red nose. You got cold.
Yeah, well, I've got a bit of. I think I've got a hay fever coming. To be fair, so I've been like.
Always had it somewhere unmentionable, of course.
Yeah.
Which we don't want to know about. Don't worry. It's just a period she's going through. Anyway, on that note. Thank you very much. Guys, can you actually stay on? Because I'm going to have a chat with you afterwards about something else if you're free. So stay on if you can. If you can't and you need to go, I understand.
No, I'm fine.
Everybody, that's been a great show. I've absolutely loved it, and I've loved the way that it's finished there, and we're all different, and that's what football should be about. It should all be different. I hope me and Clibbo were right. Unfortunately, I have a feeling, and I enjoyed it, so I might have another one later, that Reese is going to be right. But we will see. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to Clibbo and Reese for coming in. Thanks for everybody that's been in the chat, and Scott for moderating. Please do subscribe, like the video, share it if you know anybody that's not a member. And if you're watching on your mobile when we finish, just give it a hype. It really does help the channel. Not sure when we'll be back because it's no football this weekend. Wow, England are playing, but it's friendly. Who cares? Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.